Hey everybody, Kenny here. Welcome back to Visions Mono Playthrough. Last time I went over a wealth of information that I had accumulated over the past few weeks. I went over like why it is that I'm going to be making the decisions that I am in terms of the changes to our character builds. This is the right one. Yes. I don't know. Is it data 3? No. That was this one. Okay. Did load the right one. Good. So I explained why it is that I'm going to be making the build changes that I'm going to be making. And the rest of this session is going to be us taking on all of the Ares and explaining why they weren't the thing that I thought they were. First thing first, the characters that need the resets are Val, Karina, Karina, Palomina, and Jule I may leave the way he is. There's no real reason for me to switch it, to give him a secondary class right now. So Jule, we're going to leave right here. I'm just going to finish off his Sage class. Morley, same thing. He's good the way he is, so we just finish off his Moon class. And his Fire class.
I'm on the right track. I have the spirits to thank.
Now we will use Goddess Scales on Val. Palomina. And on Karina. Alright. Them. Val is going to be going all the way light.
Awesome. Keep it up. Just getting started. Awesome. Keep it up. Just getting started. I feel blessed by the elements.
And all the way water.
Just getting started. Awesome. Keep it up. Just getting started. Awesome. Keep it up. Just getting started.
His leftover points will get him Nature's Aura.
Keep it up.
Hallmark.
Just getting started. Awesome. Keep it up.
Get him some more
Just
Saber skills.
Awesome. Keep it up. Just getting started.
Have enough to get here. Yeah, he has just enough to get right there. You were passing up anything else? Stone Saber, he may have enough to get that. Same with... He may have to choose between the Stone Saber or Dark Saber.
Awesome. Keep it up.
No, he can get both. Good.
Just
Dark Saber and Stone Saber.
awesome. Keep it up.
Alright. Now, Karina is going to be all the way fire.
Good job, Lane. I'm getting stronger day by day. Good job, Lane. I'm getting stronger day by day.
And all the way wind.
Good job, Lane. I'm getting stronger day by day. Good job, Lane. I'm getting stronger day by day.
With her leftover points, we'll be getting her Feeble.
Good job, Ace. I'm getting stronger day by day.
Weaken.
Good job, Ace. I'm getting stronger day by day.
Okay. Now for Palomina, I'm going to be going all the way wind.
My bond with the spirits virgins. May this cultivate our connection. My bond with the spirits virgins. My partnership with the spirits is profound.
And all the way dark.
My bond with the spirits virgins. May this cultivate our connection. My bond with the spirits virgins. My partnership with the spirits is profound.
Now, as far as spells go,
May this cultivate our connection. My bond with the spirits virgins. May this cultivate our connection. My bond with the spirits virgins.
you can get all the way to here.
Our connection.
And I start working our way over to Doppelganger.
My bond with the spirits virgins. May this cultivate our connection.
Yeah, so this is where she has access to every element. And once we get her enough points for that, you'll have a big spell that you can do that kind of bridges all the gaps. Everyone handled. Delay doesn't need anything from anybody else. We could get the Dark Curse. It'd only be useful on one enemy, and he'd be out of his lane using it. I won't bother. Yeah. We are good with everybody then. Go and... her to wind. Switch him to light. Switch him to wood. And switch you to fire. Okay. And so our use cases here. So Morley and Palomina, like Morley will switch to dark and Palomina will switch, oh, sorry. Morley will switch to fire and Palomina will switch to dark when we need to be able to do lots of like statuses and attack enemies who are very strong against magic. And in those situations, we will be bringing in Karina as our wind healer. You know, like our passive wind healer. We'll be bringing in Val as water to accompany either Morley or Palomina in in their, either fire or dark form, along with Wind Karina. Anytime we need, we're in a situation where, like, we need someone to be able to provide a weapon buff. And it's also a situation where, we want to have statuses going. When none of those are the case, we will be doing our regular Julie, Wind Palomina, and Moon Morley. We bring in Fire Karina anytime you want to mix things up. And I can, not use Morley as our main damage dealer. In those situations, we'll probably bring in Val in his paladin form, along with probably Julie. Yeah. Okay. That is the plan. Go and gear everybody up. So for Val, need him to have all of the life. Him to have all the stamina. So big stamina. Shield and mirror. Regular and plus. And to have Eastbringer. Takes damage for in the place of our allies. And extra HP just so he has a means of an alternate form of healing, as well as I think it's here. What's the name? And maybe it wasn't here. It's here. Artificer, that's the one. Yeah. So now, like when his little heal procs, he gets healed more. When using the vessels, he'll accumulate. He'll gain back health just by absorbing the little mana pips. Mina needs to be defended against I'm not seeing it. There's no silence. We have it. Why am I not seeing null silence? There it is. Her null silence. Have her negative casting all. Give her her intellect plus. There it is. Intellect plus. Scepter and mirror plus. Blade and scepter plus. Have her take move damage. And brilliance. Want her to have both of the brilliances. Brilliance and brilliance plus. Okay. Lay is set up to defend against all of the stuff that would take him out of his role as a healer. No sleep. Ooh. Petrify. Do no paralyze. Do you have an extra no silence? No. Not have an extra no silence. Unfortunate. I have immune freeze as well. And paralyze. There we go. Ones that matter. Rest will be pumping his spirit. Getting him extra MP, so that way he recovers MP whenever the little pips are going around. Get him on a blessing, so that way he just heals everybody after battle, so we don't gotta think about it. Was there like a healing thing that I'm forgetting about? Don't think there was. Oh yeah, MP. Get in magic plus. There we go. Yeah, so these two are going to be the trouble ones. Because we need Morley the way he works right now, but we're going to need Morley the other way as well soon. We kind of have to set him up to be able to do both. Just from the top, let's go and make sure he has extra CS. Sure he has strength plus. Sure he has shield plus. Get him critical damage. Oh yeah, special attack plus. That one's important. Getting anything else that he needs. Because this is the important one, the one that is why it's important he has this, but it's also important that he gives it up for Karina when she's in fire. Have him take it for now. I mean, I guess untouchable. Oh yeah, magical dismantle. Okay. And we won't set up Karina yet. At the moment, we need to go do some things that we haven't done before.
Let's
Well,
plan our next move.
that I've done plenty of times at this point, but none of you have seen me do it before.
Let's rest up.
So the reason that I had never done any of the Ares, because like since they were like giant towers, I had assumed that meant that they were going to be like long, like super dungeon kind of things. But it turns out they're not. Turns out that the big Ares are the same thing as the little Ares. The only difference is that these are more like how should I put it? They are challenge encounters. And like they're like puzzle encounters. And like they're encounters where like there's a specific way to achieve victory, and you need to figure out what that way is. And they're all different. All of them have a different thing that makes them special. For this one here, defense means nothing. Anyone who gets hit is dead. On both sides. If we hit, the enemy dies. If the enemy hits us, we die. The problem is that we have a very stringent timetable in which to accomplish this at. And the easiest way to pull this off is to go in with the CS already full, and then like in the second round, just like let somebody die immediately, which will immediately fill up the CS gauge, and then like like kill that group and do it again. And use the CS on the final group. That's the easiest way to do it. We don't have full CS. Do not have full CS. We'll grab a little right now. Yeah, so we are going to try to do this as best as we can. As you're gonna see, like there is no there is no survival if we get hit. Let's see if any. Yeah, see that? 19,000 damage. It just hit Jule for 19,000 damage. Just hit Morley for 51,000 damage. Yeah. So like if you don't go in as aggressive as possible from the beginning, then it's over. And also like the attack patterns on the eyeball guys, like they can hit you when you have no idea whether or not they're about to start their attack animation. So like you'll think, okay, I'm going to attack, and then as soon as your attack animation starts, it'll do its attack animation and be done with its attack animation before you had the opportunity to finish your attack animation. Like they attack very fast.
Watch out or we'll get uprooted!
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Moving.
appreciated. My thanks.
Moving. Understood. I
Yep.
failed you all.
I will take over.
I won't lose.
Retreat to fight another day.
Time to get to work. We need your help.
Do you think we
I need you.
Appreciated.
My time has come.
Yeah, like that's the thing that like really pisses me off about this one. Like that beam that they do, like it hits behind them.
Onward.
You know, even though like you see that the beam is hitting the ground in front of them, like the hitbox of it
Failed you.
is behind them.
I won't be defeated.
So like as soon as it hits, like the entire area around them is part of the hitbox. So you have to make sure that if they're doing the beam, that you are not on the ground and around them.
The elemental vessel is ready.
You see that? Like it attacked as soon as we entered the fight.
That's the last. On it. It's useless, Tura. Moving.
My reign ends here. Retreat.
Yeah, like you can't use magic here. Like like any magic will like do like 1 damage. Like you have to use physical attacks in this encounter.
We must
Keep them coming. I failed you all. Moving. That's the last. On it. I failed you all.
I have been summoned.
I won't be defeated here. Time to get to work. Here. A worthy opponent. Keep them coming. Moving.
And let me be clear here. The reason why we're doing this one first is this is actually one of the easy ones.
Moving. Moving. It's useless, Tura.
My thanks.
Better to be safe than sorry.
But you know what? Did I ever... I forgot to set up everybody's moves. I'm a fool. Nature Zora's there. Oh, Mark we have there. Don't want Spirit Circle. Oh, let's see. Oh. Whole game. All right, so we're going to have Saber Plus here, Thunder Saber, Flame Saber, Holy Saber, Moon Saber, and Nature Zora. Going to have all of your debuffs. The buffs and debuffs. You have your inflation. Corruption. I just realized that I forgot to grab some stuff for Morley. He still has 295. Going to be going up to here.
My horizons have broadened. I'm on the right track. My horizons have broadened.
All right. That was everything we needed for him. Yes. Okay. Back into his moves. Yeah, so just these. You. Find the rune. Spike freeze. Dark force. Using beam. Explode. Diamond shards. Moon rend. Yeah, and thunderstorm. Okay. Lay. We want him to be using Riverfire, Killing Light, and Twinkle Rain. Go and update their strategies. Right, you are not using anything. Good. Using anything. Using all those. All right. Here, everybody's going wild. You're all out attack. Attack use nothing. Attack go wild. Staying alive, go wild. Actions paramount, go wild. Good. Alright, so now that all that's set. About to see one of my favorite things in the game. I actually don't remember if this works on these guys, but I think it might.
We have to make sure when we keep them coming. Think you can handle this? The spirits will answer our call.
Okay, so it does hit them, but it doesn't hit them very hard.
Understood.
No more playing around.
Wise warriors avoid battles.
And that wire skill is awesome. That wire skill is the best. It's not as good when using Morley in his moon form, but that is my favorite move in the entire game.
For your assistance.
Moving. Keep them coming. It's useless to run.
It's still alive.
Company. Moving. I won't be defeated
Do
here.
our foes follow?
We need your help. Now we test our strength. Keep them coming.
The instant. This event calls for the encore.
Understood. Understood.
Damn it.
Wise warriors avoid battles.
It's slightly too slow.
Let's continue.
An ambitious Do not drop your defenses until the very end.
Understood. On it! It's useless to run.
Ah,
Failed you all.
Guess it's my turn.
I
You
refuse
won't
to
be
relent.
defeated here.
Let's skedaddle.
I have been summoned.
Time to get to work. Come on.
if I'd been more attentive to the beam, then
An
that
ambitious
would have gone better.
It's useless to run. It's useless to run.
Ah, right as well beam.
Wise warriors avoid battles. I'll deal with this. We need your help. Now we test our strength. Failed you all. We will lose you. It's useless to run. My time has come.
I have been summoned.
I mean, it seems like, you know, like I talked a lot, like I like I knew what I was doing with these, and I don't seem to know what I'm doing with these. That's because like all of my testing I did with the builds that I wasn't playing through the game with. So even though like, you know, like I have like the most comfort like using Morley in his moon form,
I will take over.
I don't have any comfort using Morley in his moon form in this encounter.
I refuse
won't
to
be
relent.
defeated
Do
here.
our foes follow?
Oops.
Spirit's strength.
Time to get to work.
Here we go.
We need your help. We have to make sure our formations are on point. Moving. Keep them covered. Keep them covered.
Do not drop your defenses until the very end.
Moving.
This
Keep them covered.
Oh, here we go.
This is your end.
They weren't all in. Damn it.
Moving on.
They spawned in a second late, or a moment late.
my foes.
Lose.
Let's skedaddle.
All right. The spirit will answer our call. That's the last.
Extra enemies.
Keep them on it. It's useless to
Do not drop your defenses until the very end.
Understood. It's useless to run.
Oh,
Understood.
damn it.
Better to be safe.
I managed to do those first 2 rounds without anybody getting hit. And we actually need someone to get hit in order for us to get the CS to be able to do the final round.
We need your help. We have to make sure our formation moving. My time has come. We won't lose.
It's mutual destruction.
On it. It's useless to run. Just one more.
Surrender. Extra enemies.
Enough games.
Oh, did it again. Oh, actually no, this time might have been right. I did it the right way this time.
Keep them
One
covered.
rival remaining.
Yep.
Our difference in power is like night and day.
Our timing was good that time.
You got this is very valuable.
So now we got the Oath of Renewal. Oath of Renewal. So the Oath of Renewal moves consume less MP when used during elemental break. So we are going to fast travel there.
We should be off.
Now we're going to the Wind Airy. The Wind Airy, this is a very good one for this party. Because the Wind Airy, like the special thing here, like there is, like we're not on like the strict time limit that most of the other ones have. Instead, with this one, like what makes this one tough is that all of the enemies are level 99.
Guess it's my turn.
I have been summoned.
We are going to be taking advantage of
Yeah.
elemental weaknesses in order to succeed at this one.
Yeah.
On our way, let's go and grab ourselves some CS. There's one. Okay, and there's another one around here somewhere. Thought it was up there. It's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it was up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there being... Oh, there it is. It was right here.
Yeah. 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 Emerge.
Yeah, so this one, level 99, everything. It is rude. Go and consecutive cast our Diamond Dust.
Diamond shot. No. Submit. No courage. Submit.
Oh, by the way, like with this one, I figured out what it is that the like the grab attack these little owl bastards do. Like why like they do that attack. Like it's not a like the reason why like there's such like a delay before they slam you down is because while they're holding you, the other enemies can attack. Like, it is a combo attack. Like it's an actual enemy use case for a combo attack.
No courage. Diamond courage. On guard. Yeah. Courage.
Gladly.
Yeah.
The spirits will answer our call. I need you. The spirits, it's useless to us.
No, the one right here. I want to target the one that's right here. Does that one not count as being here yet?
At once.
Okay. I don't know what that was about. Actually, no. I do know what happened there. And so, when you max out Morley's Moon class, The last thing at the end makes it that like Morty has like a 15% chance to just kill an enemy when he crits. And so that's what happened. Like, as soon as it entered the fight, Morty had crit it, and by the time I had opened the menu, it was already dead. That was lucky. Bring back the boy.
My thanks. Appreciated. The insolence.
One more.
My love.
Gonna have to hop out and use Morty.
I will take over. Appreciated.
Actually, did this one have 3 and I forgot? Might have. No, it was just 2.
Consider all the candied confectionaries
Guess
we
it's
could
my
consume with this
turn.
coin. Do not mind me. What wondrous wares! I have found something of
So
fantastic.
the Oath of the Gales. Yeah, so with this one, you're able to use the vessels more often. And so now we are going to go do the
This trick of
hardest one in this region,
terrific. Let us ponder our next plan.
which is the fire one. This one is difficult. This one is very difficult. And we're going to have to switch everyone's build. We need Val for this one. Not just Val, we need Water Val. Need Water Val and Fire Morty. Let me think. Does Morley need to do status stuff? I think he's okay without it. So for Val, we just need to switch over his Peacebringer to boost freeze. And we need to swap over his stamina sigil to what was it called? Malady Spreader? Yeah, there it is. Now he has a very high chance of inflicting freeze. What we want. Morley, I think Morley is okay. But might discover I'm wrong as soon as we enter the battle, because I forgot something. And so with this one, it's the cloud things. And like the moon tower, like you have a very limited time to actually win.
Activate.
So as soon as you enter this fight, need Val going and using Ice Saber Plus. So now everyone can actually deal damage. And like a cool thing here, like if you were to try to use magic against these guys, it'd be completely ineffective. But
Go for it. Time to get to work.
as Morley, you can use... Oh, I see what happened. Yeah. But like I must have gone down to this and then switch over to that. Yeah, but as Morley, like if you use this, you can actually deal damage to these guys. He's the only one who can do that.
I failed you all.
Undine Flash. I'll carry on from here. You're mine.
Oh, did he not buff himself? What? Because the fights start and he chose to do something other than... What's up with you, Val? Why did you not use your buff at the start of battle like I told you to?
It's hot. You're mine. Come at me.
Yeah, because if he can't deal damage, then he can't do the freeze.
Mine.
If you can't do the freeze, then this whole thing falls apart.
Fall back for now.
That was weird. Is it because I switched to Morley right after I chose to do that?
Time to shine.
You know,
Yeah, so definitely did it this time.
Salamander candle. Salamander candle.
Take
Salamander
this.
candle. Thank you. Salamander candle.
You're mine.
Salamander candle. Salamander candle. Salamander candle. Salamander candle. I need you. The elemental vessel is ready.
Fall back for now.
Fortunately, was not able to kill them all.
Power of mana.
Like, there's 2 rounds of these guys, but like as long as we can kill the first round, then we can get to the second round.
Salamander candle. Salamander candle. Grant me strength. Salamander candle.
But you can't instantly kill... Like, you need to be able to instantly kill them, which requires them to be frozen.
Salamander candle. I need you. Go for it.
Take this.
Grant me strength. Salamander candle.
retreat to fight another day.
Grant me power.
What? Don't
Salamander candle.
What's your mother?
Yeah, because I don't want to do the thing that I know works. And the reason,
You're mine.
the reason for that is that it's a lot of setup. You know, because I need to go and change all of Morley's skills in order to do it.
Take this.
I don't want to change all of Morley's skills.
Fall back.
Or, you know, change all of Palamina's skills. Either way. I don't want to do it.
Activate.
We have to make sure the elemental vessel is ready.
You're mine.
It's hot. My time has come.
Thanks. You're mine.
Much obliged.
I'm still kicking.
Won't be defeated here.
Thanks.
Elemental candle. Salamander candle. The elemental vessel is ready. Go forth.
Take this.
Grant me strength. Time to get to work.
Can't give up now.
Retreat to fight another day.
It'd be nice if his special attack had like more functions to it. Before we go back in, go and make it that he cannot use his elemental vessel, which is the thing that keeps getting him killed.
Here.
And since we're Morley this time, telling Val to do his thing, shouldn't go and immediately interrupt like last time.
We have to make sure our formation is
Okay.
think you can thank me. I'm burning up. Much obliged.
Yeah. Val's thing also wastes a lot of time. So I should turn both of them off.
It's hot.
Retreat to fight another day.
So no elemental vessel for either of you.
Let's continue. We have to make sure our formations are on point. Thank you. You're not getting away. I failed you all.
Still fuss.
It's hot.
I won't interfere.
You're mine. Thanks. You're mine. Take this. You're mine.
Retreat to fight another day.
Do 2 more attempts, and if we don't pull it off, then I'll go and put on the skills that make it possible.
Work.
Like, I wish that you could do loadouts in this game so bad. Like, it's something that, you know, I'd been wanting to say the entire game, but like I felt bad like talking about any like features that I want for this game because of the whole situation with what happened with the devs.
You're mine. Fall back for now. Resonate.
Do you think we stand?
Really.
It's hot.
Failed you all.
Comes back.
Take this. Thanks. You're mine. Appreciate it. Far enough. Gotta stay focused. Get ready. Appreciate it.
Let's skedaddle.
All right, I'll do the thing. I hate it, but I'll do the thing. In order for this to work, gotta go and switch pretty much everything off of Morley. Give him stonework. And boost poison. Work, boost poison. The name. Something short. Quietus. There we go. Quietus. Stonework. Boost poison. Quietus. Oh, Malady Spreader. Needs Malady Spreader. Take that from Val. Okay.
I'll deal with this.
Now, normally when I do this with Morley, like what I'm about to do with Morley, like I would be in his dark class.
I was
But-
careless.
Yeah, Morley isn't in his dark class, so not an option. Not something I invested in, so you do it this way.
Come on.
Why, Val?
Oh, we'll get uprooted.
What is happening with Val? Why can't Val cast anything? I am very confused.
Leave it to me.
I'll carry on from here.
Much obliged.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Failed you all.
Leave it to me.
I got this. Take this! Yeah! I'm still kicking.
Almost to the finish line.
Take, okay.
Thank you.
Comes back up.
You're mine!
I won't be defeated. Better to be safe than sorry.
Time will start as Val to do the thing, to make sure he can do the thing. Then switch to Morley.
We test My time has come.
Leave it to me.
I'll carry on from here.
That's no fun.
Did he just kill it using...
Thanks.
I'm gonna have to go take a look at his thing, because he's not supposed to be able to do that.
Fall back for now.
Pretty sure it says that it's with his special attack. Frigid Inferno, 50% chance instantly destroying a frozen enemy. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought he had to be... Like, why I thought he had to be using his special attack to do that. Well, I mean, it's the case for both Palamina and Morley in their dark form. That's probably why.
You're mine! It's hot! Appreciate it.
My time has come.
Appreciate it.
Much obliged.
Okay. Yeah, so Val is in dice form, so...
Just for you.
There we go.
It's hot. One more.
You know, I wouldn't mind a brand new watering can.
Let me see. A rare item.
And we got Oath of Embers. So with Oath of Embers, increase the amount of mana we get when using Elemental Vessel. That is actually very good to give Karina. Because if we have her combine Oath of Embers with extra CS. That should work out very well in her fire class. Go bring you back to Moon. Swap your gear back to... Let's see. Strength, his like damage bonus stuff's on the bottom. Yeah, I'll use that. Yeah. Special attack, that's what it was. Do that. Okay.
This trick of teleportation is truly terrific. We can be at ease here.
We have completed all three that are here. And so the water one and the wood one are in Palamena's continent. I think they are. Pretty sure. I know the water one is. The water one for sure is. Yeah, there's the water one right there. And this one, I actually haven't figured out how to do this one yet. Like, so this one is kind of like a combination. Like, it's like the, so there's another one where, like, you know, you have a very limited amount of time to win. Like, the problem with this one, like, all the enemies are level 1. Which is like, oh, you know, like, doesn't sound like a big problem. But because they're all level 1 and die with a single hit, no matter what you do, there's a lot of them. A lot of them. And there's at least like 4 waves. Like, I've done like the first 3 waves. And then when I got to the 4th, I was like, okay, I don't know how we're supposed to do this.
I'll
So,
do this.
Guess it's my turn.
I will take over.
okay. So we're going to be trying it using thunder magic. And hope that's the silver bullet.
Hear us.
Although, actually, no. I think I did try that before, but it was too slow.
Do you
I think by the time she's done casting it,
Think we stand a chance?
see,
thunder?
A company. Useless to run.
On guard! Extra enemies! Retreat!
I'll deal with this.
because even with Morley doing his jump around thing, he's still too slow.
Knock your defenses until the very end.
Keep them coming.
On guard!
It doesn't help when he randomly decides not to move. Like, I know sometimes it's because he's getting body blocked, but sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's not, and I've never understood why.
We have to make sure our formations are moving. Moving. Moving, understood. Moving. It's useless to rush. Moving, understood.
Yeah, they're just too
Better to be safe than
spread out.
Guess it's my turn. Watch out! Swivel! I'll leave it to you.
a worthy opponent.
You must know us.
Do not drop your defenses into the fire.
Okay. You must know us. Last one left.
Alive. Moving.
Swivel. Let's keep it moving.
Do our foes follow?
Yeah, I'm not wasting the class strike on the third round because, like I said, there's at least 4. I know there's at least 4 rounds. And I'm pretty sure, like, if there's at least 4, there's probably at least 5. Because 4 would be a weird number to stop on.
Let's keep it moving.
Moving.
We'll see. Let's keep it moving.
Do not drop your defenses. Pouring in.
Okay.
Do not drop your defenses until the very end.
You know, I wouldn't mind a brand new watering can. I'm on it. Excuse me.
Maybe. That is a maybe. Yeah.
Roger that. Last one. Don't let it get away. Watch some more.
And her
Run for
her
it.
attack range isn't wide enough.
Come forth!
We have to make sure. It's useless. That's the last.
Commanding! Got it!
Let's keep it moving.
Wise warriors avoid battle.
Even that isn't good enough range for it.
Time to get to work.
I have been summoned. Activate.
Get ready.
Pouring in.
Nothing spawned near her.
I'm done. This will sting. This will sting. This
back for now.
Assist us.
A worthy opponent.
Shade sight.
One more. Keep them coming.
Gladly.
It's useless to run. Keep them coming.
Shade gladly. At once. Oh, spirits! Yes! Retreat! Assist us!
Everybody, with me.
On guard! On!
Your company. It's useless to run.
Extra enemies!
It's useless to run.
Do our foes follow?
I'll carry on from here.
Time to get to work. Rise.
Right. I was not set to the attack one. There we go.
Show us the wonders of mana.
Our combined courage can
Go through. Keep them coming. Moving. Understood. Moving. Understood. It's useless to run. What's the line? It's useless to run. It's useless to run. Slivers of moonlight.
Easy. I've got your
Failed. You jerk. How dare you? You won it at the last second.
Get ready. This looks serious. On it. Keep them coming.
until the very end.
Keep them coming. On it. Better to be safe than sorry. Up here.
An ambitious adversary.
It's useless to run. Moving. Keep them coming. On it. Keep them coming. Move. Understood. Keep them coming. Slivers of moonlight.
Got 0.05 seconds down. We were in third, not the fourth.
It's useless to run.
Until the very end.
On it.
Retreat!
We need your help. A worthy opponent. Keep them coming. Understood. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Like, I'm sure there must be an expected way to do this. I have no idea what it is.
Keep them coming. Better to be safe than sorry.
Like, none of the weapons have
Show us the wonders of mana.
like a wide enough attack range
together, everyone.
to do anything better than what we're doing right here.
Moving.
And none of the spells hit like, you know, like, because basically, like, you know, like, what we would need in order to pull this off is a spell that attacks for a while in a large area. And there aren't any spells like that.
Fall back for now.
Like, even that doppelganger spell,
Get ready.
like, hits in a particular range.
It's you. On it. It's useless to run. Understood. Understood.
Why? Why, Morley? Why did you betray me?
Enemies.
Well, that's that.
And he stayed targeting the one that was dead.
This.
Can't afford to play around.
Moving. It's useless to run. Keep them coming.
Stop targeting things that are dead, Morley.
Keep on it.
What is up with you? Why are you doing this to me?
Understood. Keep them coming.
Let's rethink our strategies.
Right.
Just attack the thing that's alive.
Moving. Understood.
What are you targeting, Morley?
Moving. On it.
Oh, the body blocking.
Fall back for now.
Come on. Get ready. Moving. Keep them coming. It's useless. On it. Just one more. Moving. Understood. Keep them
One
coming.
rival remains.
Moving. Understood.
Retreat!
Show us the wonders of mana.
Everybody, brace
Moving. Understood. Keep them coming. Understood. It's useless to run. Just one more.
Yeah, the problem is like that pop-up thing.
Wise
Because
words.
the pop-up is so random. Like sometimes he'll go and he'll just do the thing that I want him to do, which is the charged attack thing where he just goes and tries to attack as many enemies as possible. Sometimes he just does that single target thing. And I don't know what triggers him doing one over the other.
On it.
Because it's not in his moveset.
It's useless to run.
Retreat!
Up here. Get ready. Serious. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Your defenses at the very end.
Understood. On it. Keep them coming.
fall back for now.
I have been summoned. Stand down!
I don't think I've ever tried using this in here.
Merge. Our combined courage can quell this confusion. One rival remains. Stand down!
Yeah, you can't, unfortunately, you can't animation break on that. Like, she has to do the kick down thing.
Gladly.
Fall back for now.
So, like, it has a wide range, but, like, you can't do...
Cease now!
Okay. We don't hold it. Might be enough.
Emerge. If we stick to our strategies, we will stand victorious.
One more.
Gladly.
That's the last.
At once.
Better to be safe than.
Manifest. If we stick to our strategies,
Useless tool.
It does seem to keep them from clumping up.
at once.
We've got company.
Gladly. Do not drop or swear to your fate. Do not resist.
Oh.
Do not drop your defenses until the very end. Retreat.
As I like, I need to start counting. I thought that was the fourth one there.
One rival remains. At once.
Moving.
That's two. Well, this is two. Yeah, that was two. This is three.
Do our foes follow? The spirit's strength.
A worthy opponent. It's useless to it. That's the last. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
At once. Onward. Do not drop your defenses until the very end.
Okay, so it is five.
Better.
Because that was definitely the third one that we just finished.
I got this.
I'll deal with this.
As that means that we were managing to get to five using Morty.
Show us the wonders of. Mana. All right.
If we stick to our strategies,
Keep them coming. It's useless. Understood. It's useless to run. On it. Keep just one more.
Come on.
It's useless to run.
Blocking.
foes follow?
Stop blocking.
Let's continue.
Stop blocking me.
Brace yourself.
Understood. That's the rest. On it.
Enemies.
On it. Keep them coming.
Retreat.
As close as we've gotten in a while.
Up here.
Let's work together, everyone.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. On it. Keep them coming. On it. Moving. Keep understood.
Now the random spread also is not helping. Like we can't count on where the crabs are gonna be.
Let's work together, everyone.
Keep them coming.
Sometimes they're grouped together, sometimes they're not.
Understood. Moving.
Not being able to depend on that makes this pretty much impossible.
Moving.
Stop your defenses until the very end.
Let's rethink our strategies.
Show us the wonders of mana.
We must band together.
Moving. It's useless. It's useless to run. Moving. On it. Moving.
One rival remains. Do our foes follow?
All right.
Everybody, brace yourself.
Keep them coming. Why?
Your defenses to the very end.
Understood. Keep them.
There's still so many left.
Coming. Think you can handle this? Buckle up. Keep them coming. Moving on it. Keep them coming.
Yeah, that definitely won't work. Will not work. Actually, was it Hurlbat that worked the way I'm thinking? Let's see. Pretty sure I have Hurlbat. Yeah, there it is. Does this way work the way I'm thinking?
We need your help.
We stick to our
But it's
strategies.
useless to run.
We stand.
You're not getting away.
Not break your defenses until the very end.
No.
You're not getting on it.
Like, I thought I remember there being one that like circled around.
Pouring in.
You're not understood. Moving.
Retreat.
It's all the way there. Definitely doesn't have enough to get there. $170, 90, 220. Yeah, he'd be over. He would be over. Because I know this one definitely circles you. And maybe this one? Because there's no like big area thing. Like there's like the summons, but the summons are way slower unless you have Palomina in her wood form. In which case they're instant. But even so, like I don't think that they would be fast enough or hit a large enough area for that. Like the only one that might is Jules, but he doesn't have the instant summoning thing.
been summoned. Activate.
Let's. Work together, everyone.
Submit. Parent at once. Gladly. One rival remaining. Easy.
And she's just too slow. Magic is just too slow.
Wise warriors avoid battles.
Mana.
And maybe the low level ones will cast fast enough to be for it to work. Right.
Assist us.
Something's got to work.
Can't affect. Or to play around and can use this tool. One left.
Reward combatants come pouring in. Submit.
Now, even
Retreat.
the lowest level magics are too slow.
We got take flight!
Right.
useless to run. Moving.
All bark, no bite.
It's useless to run.
This should be the...
Yeah! Run for it! Lend me your strength.
Can't afford to play around with it.
How do you like this?
It's useless to run.
Salamando candle. Roger that. Who wants some more?
That's the last.
Salamando candle. Roger that. Who wants some more? How do you like this?
It wasn't 5.
Salamando candle.
So that was 71. I see. And we got 1 second to beat him.
Roger that.
Better to be safe than sorry.
How's this? Take flight!
I think I did it too early again. Yeah, too early again.
It's useless to run.
Salamando candle. All mine on you. Okie dokie. All right, go right. Salamando candle. Roger that. All right, go right. Okie dokie. And all you got, just say the word. Yeah, run for it. How's this?
We have to make sure our formation.
This'll teach you not to mess with me. Eat this. Bye-bye. Some more. Keep the one. Roger that. All barks go by.
This should be the
All
last.
right, on you. Okie dokie. Salamando candle. Okie dokie. Who wants some more? Decided this how you like this.
I don't think that was 5. Oh, it was.
Keep them coming.
Nice.
That was hardly worth the energy.
And we finally found the thing that worked. And like, so like the reason that like I did this one, you know, like I had tried these before, but I never finished this one because like when I would do my testing, like I would just stick to the ones that were in the same continent as like the save where, you know, like I reset everybody. So I did almost all of my testing there, and I only went to check out the other ones, like to see what they were like, and try my luck at them. But
I'll do the honor. What a find.
at the Oath of Tides, that do. Oath of Tides. Extend the duration of an elemental break. Okay. Alright. Finally get that one down. We're actually nearly at 2 hours. That took way longer than I thought it would.
This trick of teleportation is truly terrific.
So next time, like we'll head to, I think it's Pritta Ridge. That's the name,
Here.
or is this Pritta Ridge? It is Pritta Ridge. Arvit Pasture. That's what it's called. Next time we'll head to Arvit's Pasture, do the thing there. Then we'll head to do. So actually, the only one that I never tried doing, I think, like if I did try it, I don't remember trying it, But I never did the Guju one, or the Earth one. I don't remember ever doing the Earth one. So whatever the challenge is there, we'll see. Like I know that like the Ice one is more like the Wind one. Not Ice. The Light one is more like the Wind one. And the Dark one is more like the Moon one. I don't remember what... Actually, I don't remember what the Wood one is or the Earth one. So we'll learn together. Anyways, that's okay for me. Thanks everybody for stopping by and checking me out. If you joined the playthrough, appreciate the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Vivictus, Rise of Damaris, and bye.
Let us ponder our next plan.